You see what's been on my mind recently, yeah? On social media, people just want to be looking rich nowadays, from the young, and I think it's a bit mad.
It definitely
It's
is.
a bit mad,
It
bro.
definitely, my guy. The thing is an age-old thing, innit? Like, even if social media weren't there, if there's a way for people to flash their wealth,
Yeah.
even if it's a short-term thing, they'll do it. Innit? There's certain people that are bred like that, and I don't. Like, I guess there's different factors. Like, I don't know what you think it might be.
Yeah, I know.
Bro,
I know.
we need to learn. They need to learn this stuff from young. There's one thing I could change. Yeah, one thing. It would be that we teach money management in schools, through to college, through to university.
Also,
Because in that case, you're teaching them from young. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can teach children from young how to manage money, and they're gonna be way more effective with the way they handle it.
You reckon? You think it's an education thing?
I think it's an education thing, man. Honestly, I think it starts with the schools. Like, we should be teaching these kids
Okay.
money management from young. So from teaching them from young, hopefully it will follow through into
stick.
their adulthood.
Yeah.
Because look at us now. What, 23, I'm 22. Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to different schools as well.
Yeah.
So like, were you taught a lot of financial advice in school?
I mean, it wasn't really the teachers that will teach you about money. It will be other man them, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
I know they had to learn for themselves, innit? Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I'm like, let's not say any days, but
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, obviously, yeah, it's true. Like, the teachers actually, but I feel like it's a bit sad because sometimes the teachers don't really manage their money well, fam.
Yeah.
So it's like, how are they going to teach you if their man are not even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went to a bad school, fam. Our pass rate was 23%, fam. It was peak. How the what going for them, man?
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
Yeah, but basically, flipping. Yeah, you're right. Like, the only experience that I had was like people manage money themselves, like from their own. Like, do you have the occasional people that just naturally know how to manage money?
Yeah.
Like the entrepreneurs, innit?
Yeah.
Like that's either the people
We know
that said
about them
like
guys.
yeah, they'll short Caprison or they'll
Yeah,
short
we know
other
about
things.
them guys. We know about them
Yeah.
guys. But you see, like, following through into when we went to university together.
Yeah.
Obviously, you went to different uni. I went to different uni.
Mm.
But like, we saw people doing madness with their money.
Listen,
And
one
it's like,
girl, her first night at uni, she spent 2 bags.
You see what I'm saying?
2 bags,
2 bags.
for why?
That's a madness.
That's a madness.
And
on
on
drinks.
top of that,
Are you buying it for the whole block?
bro. Yeah. Like, what is to come of that? Like, how do you pay for rent? How do you buy food?
How do you buy food? How you pay for rent? How do you cover transport? How
Honestly.
you cover your books? Everything.
Honestly, bills, all of that.
Bills.
And
bro.
then that's not even the worst of it. Well, I'm thinking the future. Like, what's gonna happen when you spend that 2 bags on your first day? Yeah?
Mhm.
You can't pay rent, can't pay your phone bill, you can't pay your bills,
And
and
you
then
know- Mhm.
yeah, you one day along the lines past uni,
Mhm.
you wanna get yourself a mortgage, yeah, or credit card. Let's say a credit card.
Yeah.
But your credit score is looking like a madness because of what you've done.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can't always blame the person
Yeah, because it's like you don't know,
because
sort of
they've
thing.
never had that sort of money.
Yeah,
And it's all new to them.
It's true. It's kind of like if you give like a junkie like a big load of blood clot and then it's a bit, and it's like, how do you expect them not to blow out the thing? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I feel like schools now, they need to really like prepare people for real life, but I don't think they're doing it properly right now. I feel like they're teaching us obviously the basics.
I feel what they're trying to prepare them for is a certain aspect of real life, like this career advancement, but not how to. That's just it. Like that's a very small segment of actual life. Like when you're like, so like what you're saying, money management gives you a lot more flexibility. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because if you know how to manage your money, then you have less like insecurity about moving in certain ways.
Yeah.
Because when you like, it's kind of like when you apply for a job and you get a career, like certain big companies will kind of manage your life for you, fam.
Yeah, but hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why do we need to get taught on how to live in the rat race?
What do you mean by the rat race?
The rat race is the
Explain to
general
audience.
is the general like term used to have a 9 to 5 full-time job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
there's a lot of things.
Are you knocking people that have 9 to 5?
No, I'm not knocking it, but that's not the only avenue you can choose now.
Yeah, well, of course.
Look at where we are. Like, there's freelancers. You can work part time, and it's working for people.
Yeah.
It's actually working. It wasn't popular before for our parents, but now, taking a step further into the future, it's working.
Yeah.
And I feel like that should be something that should be taught about. It's another option, you know. Like, it has its benefits, it has its cons, it's true, but you've got to weigh them up, and it gives the children the choice.
Okay, so let's
See what I'm
focus
saying?
on quickly them and like that kind of thing, because obviously, them guys growing up, because school can only do so much. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
you know what you're saying, like, because
Yeah.
obviously a lot, like, there's a saying, yeah, the university starts in the lap of the mother, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? I guess the dad, if you have, like, if you're single, that sort of thing. And so, like, obviously, if the parents have bad money management, there's only so much the schools can do. Like, let's just be real with it. Like, the schools definitely can expose the kids to it and then give them, like, the infrastructure to have that facilitated proper, innit? But when they go home and their parents are like, nah, that's not how we do things.
Yeah.
And they're just scattered out here with their money.
But you can learn from that as well.
Yeah, like some kids will look at that and be wise and be like, I don't want to live like that. But most kids, like, they follow their parents' example. You know what I mean?
I get that.
So like, even like, I feel like what you're proposing is a step in, definitely a far step in the right direction. Yeah, it will make substantial change. But I feel like, unfortunately, we can't really save them more, innit?
Yeah.
For them ones, not to leave on a bad note.
I hear you what you're saying. I do hear that. But being able to learn these things, for example, there were certain things that I learned through social media.
Yeah.
And having to pick up a book from someone that it wasn't even, I didn't even know about. For example, like Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah.
Good introduction to being a bit more
Financial literate.
Financial literacy and that kind of thing.
Like, having to learn about assets and liabilities. I feel like a lot of people will be holding on to liabilities when I'm on social media now, instead of having any knowledge of what an asset is. Like, assets aren't easy to come like to obtain, but having them can change your life.
But you know what? There is some hope, because today, yeah, I was at Sunday school, innit, talking to like a bunch of youths and that. So two of them were like, they were like in year 6.
Yeah.
And the other brother was like in year 9, going year 10. So yeah, those 2 guys are going to year 7 now. And the 2 guys going to year 7, apparently in their school they're teaching them some entrepreneurship things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but then the other brother, so I can contrast it. So the 14-year-old didn't get that from his school. They don't do no finance, no business.
Yeah.
And you could tell, because he was asking me questions like, "Oh, what do you do when you hit 18? You want to buy a Lamborghini?" What? I was like, wait, what was that? And you know what? Man. And the one I didn't even respond. The guys from year 7, they were like, "No, don't do that, fam. That's a liability."
Okay.
So there's people that are making movements now, fam.
Okay, that gives joy to me.
Yeah, you're like that, fam.
That gives joy to me.
Because when you called man up and you were like, "Alright, let's do the thing," yeah. I was thinking, yeah, I feel like people are starting to clock on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
And then the kids are actually, because when I asked, so I was asking these kids, they're in Sunday school now. It's downtime. I asked them, "What do you guys want to talk about?" They said they want to talk about history. They want to talk about business.
Yeah.
And that was the thing they wanted to do. And I was like, "Okay, which one? You guys want to talk about history or business?" They're like, "I'll talk about business." This guy was these young bucks were talking about Elon Musk. They're talking about assets and investments. Talking about all sorts, fam. I was like, rotted. I was like, wait, hold on. This guy, one brother was talking about.
That's what I like to hear.
One guy was talking about property investments, all them things there. So there's definitely some brothers that, like, young ones that are switched on, and their schools are helping them out. But I feel like it's far in between, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do hear you.
Far and few between. So I just feel like there's a lot of progression to go. And you know what? Yeah, I have a theory that I feel there's a bit of resistance because of resentment, like in the sense that like people kind of feel jaded about being damaged by their financial decisions, so they don't really want to like teach other people because they haven't got the confidence in it themselves.
I feel like that's because of not being taught it.
Exactly. So it's a bit of a vicious cycle.
Even simple things like saving money, like you get your income, your monthly income, you don't know how much to put away. Like, obviously, there's methods taught, but they aren't. Like when I first got my first paycheck, I didn't know what to do with it. It's like, how much should I put away? What am I spending? I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I feel like for my situation, because I grew up in a family that involved in business.
Yeah,
you have
that's
to always,
different.
That's different.
That's a bit lucky.
That's a bit lucky. But the thing is, I was gonna make a point. Like, I feel like there's a social aspect to it as well. Like, people that are quite like, there's like a fine line between people that are stingy and frugal, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, so example, sometimes man might go to a restaurant and buy side dishes. You know what I'm saying? Because I've taken a bit of a financial diet that day.
Yeah.
But the people around me will be like, nah, Michael, let's live lavish today.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's not like that right now. But because of the peer pressure, people that haven't got that built-in education in their head will be easily swayed. But it's like, nah, this is what the man them are doing, or this is what my friends are doing.
Yeah.
This is what the girls are doing.
Yeah.
The ladies, whatever it is. So it's mad. Like, there's so many different facets to it. Like,
there is, man.
But I feel like your solution is one, I think the most viable one, and I think it's actually the stuff that's actually working right now. Because clearly, from the example I gave, but I was surprised about that myself.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting you to tell me that, bro. But I just feel like knowledge is power, and being able to empower them from a young age will do wonders for them when they're 18 plus. They'll be breezing through it. That's what I'm saying. Right? That's
why there's an accountability on us and our people older than us to just, like take the time to just sit aside these young girls and boys, just to teach them a little something here and there throughout the day. Anytime you see them. And you're like, oh, let me teach you about X, Y, and Z. It's simple business, bro. Simple fundamentals of finance and economics that will keep them alive.
Honestly.
In this London especially, fam.
Knowledge is power, baby.
So key.